dieting be the thing that is causing you to gain weight? Well, the data is overwhelmingly clear. The more diets you do, the more the weight comes on. In fact, they can also damage your relationship with food, cause more confusion and mental anxiety over what you should or shouldn't be eating, and in extreme cases, they can weaken your metabolism over time. So in this video, I'm going to present a new, simple and safe approach to fat loss. One that will finally help you break free from the all or nothing dieting cycle and restore a healthy relationship with food. Now, let's rewind to one of the most eye-opening studies ever done on this topic, the Minnesota starvation experiment. Lean, healthy, ordinary men had their calorie intake halved. The idea was to mimic famine-like conditions. And what happened next was absolutely wild. They didn't just lose weight, they lost their spark. They lost their sex drive, some of them lost their hair. They were so cold that they even asked for extra blankets in summer. And then they became obsessed with food. Full-blown fixation. Some of them would just sit there holding foods in their mouth to savor the taste of it and would not swallow. And the scary part is that once the experiment ended and they were able to go back to their usual eating habits, things didn't go back to normal for them. Far from it. Their hunger didn't just calm down, it ramped up. Their bodies were so desperate for energy that they could not stop eating. And to be honest, it's not all that different from a lot of the women that I work with today. They're constantly thinking about food, worrying about whether they'll be good all day, already fearing that they won't be able to be. This isn't about your lack of willpower, it's about your body crumbling based on what it's been put through. It remembers the famine even if you called it a 6-week shred challenge. And this is exactly where the binge and restrict cycle kicks in for a lot of people and why weight gain when dieting can be inevitable. You restrict, you obsess, you give in, and then you overeat. Not just because you want the food, but because your body doesn't trust you not to starve it again. It questions whether you will ever be able to eat chocolate in the future. And consequently, you will start to crave those foods more. Some people call it yo-yo dieting, but I like to reframe it as you dragging a suitcase with a broken wheel. You can move forward, but it's clunky, it's frustrating. And you'll sit there thinking, God, surely there must be a better, more efficient way. The other consequence of drastic dieting is metabolic damage. And you've probably heard it thrown around, usually from someone trying to sell you their expensive program designed to fix your metabolism. And the idea that dieting will permanently damage your metabolism isn't backed by the science. But there is some truth buried in a lot of fear-mongering. Because what is real and what does happen to a lot of people is this. It's called metabolic adaptation. Now, essentially, when you start to eat a lot less for a long period of time, especially when you're not fueling yourself with good quality foods or movement, your body will naturally start to conserve energy. Think about it, if you are only giving yourself 1,000 calories a day, it is not going to go and burn 2,000 calories per day. It will naturally down-regulate. Your resting metabolic rate, the calories you burn just to exist, will drop. The non-exercise movement like fidgeting, blinking, walking, standing up and sitting down will naturally start to decrease too. And if you're losing weight rapidly and you're not preserving any muscle at all, then you're probably going to be losing lean tissue, which also slows down your metabolism. So no, your metabolism isn't broken for life, but it may be suppressed at this stage. And the more aggressively and frequently you diet without proper structure, the harder it will become to lose fat and to bounce back in the future. But the main reason why dieting causes weight gain is your behavior and your mindset. I know, not another mindset talk, but hear me out. After years of dieting, so many women find themselves terrified of food, like it holds all of the power over them, and maybe it does to an extent. You see, they don't trust themselves just to eat one biscuit without having the whole pack. And going out for a dinner becomes a mental war. They oscillate between, well, I should enjoy myself because I'm paying for it, but I also don't want the scales to go up tomorrow. They can't even remember the last time they went out without thinking about calories. And even if the weight does come off, more often than not, the food obsession will remain. So does dieting make some women fatter? In some cases, yes, but it's not because of the calorie deficit itself, but it is because of the pattern that it can create. You go too hard, you eat too little, you cut out everything you enjoy, and then you feel deprived, and then you binge eat, and then you regain the weight, and then you blame yourself, and then you start again, and the cycle continues. And with each round, your confidence will take a hit. Your trust in your body fades, your relationship with food gets worse. So what's the alternative? alternative. How do you get yourself out of this loop? Well, firstly, stop treating food like the enemy. Stop waiting for the perfect day to start over and to get it all out of your system in the meantime. And stop chasing perfection, because that is the biggest lie you've been sold. Start working with your body, not against it. That means actually eating enough food, nourishing yourself with regular, well-balanced meals, prioritizing protein and fiber, staying hydrated, trying to spend 7 to 9 hours each night in bed, moving because it feels good, not just to clock up calories on your smartwatch, saying yes to foods in amounts that align with your goals, not work against them. You need to start building habits now that you genuinely can believe you can keep up with 5, 10, 15 years from now. Otherwise, what is the point? Long-term weight loss doesn't come from yet another strict plan that you can only keep up with for 4, 6, or 8 weeks. It comes from breaking the loop, rewriting the story, and making food boring again, but in the best way. Not something that you're going to obsess over, just part of your life. Nourishing, satisfying, sometimes fun, but mostly functional, but never controlling you. And if you want help doing that, then head to fatlossfundamentals.co.uk and let's see what I can do to help you break this cycle.